Welcome back. In this video, we'll set up our Phaser Editor project, add our assets, and get everything running locally. To download Phaser Editor, head over to phaser.io. You'll need to log into your account. Once you do, you can go to the download section, and then here, you can download Phaser Editor. It works on Windows, Mac, and Linux, and it comes with everything you need. No extra installs required. You want to choose the option for your operating system. Once the download is finished, go ahead and install it. Once you've installed it, open it up, and you should see the default welcome screen. From here, you'll need to log into your phaser.io account, and then you'll be able to create your Phaser Editor project. I've included all the assets you'll need in a downloadable zip file. You can find the link in the video description. This folder will include the tiles, your characters, your background art, and even some custom fonts we'll use in our game. All assets are free to use, and I've included credits for the original creators in a README file. Make sure to check that out before publishing your game. In Phaser Editor, we'll create a new project. From our project templates, I'm going to choose the basic JavaScript template. For this course, you are welcome to use a different template, however, I won't be covering those in this course. Once we choose our template, we'll need to choose where we want to store our project at. I'm just going to choose our desktop, make a new folder. I'm going to call this Dungeon Sokoban. Once we do that, Phaser Editor is going to clone and set up our project with the initial project files. So down in our file inspector, we'll see our basic project structure. So we go into our source folder, go into our scenes. Let's open up our level scene. And we should see our dyno with the Phaser 3 plus Phaser Editor v4 text. This creates the basic structure for us, a few folders for assets, scripts, and our scenes. To test your project, click the play button at the top of Phaser Editor. It runs a local development server and it opens your game in the browser. Right now, we should see our game assets that are displayed in Phaser Editor. Now, before we start building anything, we're going to work on cleaning up our project template and importing our assets that we'll need for our game. So at Phaser Editor, let's go into our assets folder. Let's remove our dyno and our GUI images. So we'll right click, we're going to do move to trash. We'll remove our preload asset pack JSON file. Go into our asset pack JSON file, and we'll get rid of our image from here. Now that we removed our assets, we need to clean up our levels. So if we go into our level scene, let's get rid of our text, we'll get rid of our image, we'll save. Let's open up our level.js file. Now in our level class, we'll go down to our create method, we'll remove this code here for we listen for our pointer down event. Finally, we'll open up our preload scene, we'll remove our broken image, we'll leave our loading text and our progress bar, and we'll reuse those in our project. Finally, we need to clean up our boot scene, so if we go into our main.js file, let's remove our boot class. We're going to organize our code here to have our preload scene be at the bottom. We'll want to pass in true for our third argument, that way we start our preload scene. Now if we save, come back to our browser, if we refresh, we should now see our empty scene since we have no game objects inside our level scene. Now, let's import our assets. If we click on our assets folder, over in our inspector, we can now drag and drop all of our assets folders into Phaser Editor. So if we drag over our fonts and our images folder, this is going to add all those assets to our project. Now we just need to tell Phaser Editor how to load those in. So we'll start off on our fonts folder. Let's go to our press start 2p font file. We'll do import as font. We'll add that to our asset pack JSON file. Now we'll go under images. We'll start with our character. So for our elf, this is going to be a sprite sheet. We'll add that to our asset pack. Now in our game UI, we have a few different assets. So we'll choose our arrow keys, our enter key, our menu, our key, and title. We'll import as image. Now for our level panel, we want to import that as a sprite sheet. And now under our level folder, all four of our images are going to be sprite sheets. So we're going to select all of those. And we'll do import as sprite sheet. So now if we open up our asset pack JSON file, we should see all of our new assets for our project listed here. Going over to our level scene, we should see our assets added as prefabs that we can drag and drop into our scene. And so if we want to make sure everything's working properly, let's just drag in one of our assets, we'll save, come back to our browser, we should see our new image get added to our game. Finally, we're going to modify some of our settings in our game configuration. So under our source folder, let's open up our main.js file. Inside here, this is where we create our Phaser game config. And so this is where we can control things like our width and height of our game, how we want our game to scale, and if we want to use things like pixel art. So let's update our width. We're going to do 640. We'll do 480 for our height. For our type, we'll keep phaser.auto. For our background color, let's do 584422. we'll keep our scaling as is. We're going to add one more property. We're going to do pixel art, and we're going to set this to be true. So now if we save, let's open up our level scene. We're going to update our border that gets displayed while we're working in Phaser Editor so we can actually see the size of our game. So we're going to update this to match our width and height of our configuration. So we'll do 640 for our width, 480 for our height, and now this represents our game view that we'll see when we're in our browser. Just an example, I'm going to drag in our arrow keys. Now when our game refreshes, we'll see where we place our asset is now where it shows up on our canvas element. Finally, we'll do the same thing in our preload scene. So we'll do 640. Let's do 480. And now we just need to update our text and our progress bar. Now let's grab our 3 game objects, and we're just going to drag them over so they're inside of the border of our scene. To finish setting up our project, we just need to modify some of our settings for our assets that we're loading in. So if we go into our assetpack.json file, we need to update our sprite sheets that have the correct frame width and height for our individual frames. By default, they're set to 32 by 32, so we'll want to update this to be 16 by 16, and now we can choose our individual frames. So we're going to do that for all of our sprite sheets except for our level panel. For our level panel, this will be 18 by 18, and then we just need to add in some spacing, so we're going to set this to be 6. Now if we hover over our sprites, now we select our individual frames. Alright, we got Phaser Editor installed, our project created, and our assets imported. In our next video, we'll start creating our game's first scene, our title, and we'll connect it to our level 1 scene.